What is going on, my dudes? Tystra here, back again with another Genshin Impact video. And as always, if you like the content, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below. Don't forget to hit the notification bell and comment and tell me what you think about our boy here right below me, Arataki Itto. And I am super stoked for Itto. I think this is going to be a new meta for Genshin Impact. And I'm very, very stoked about it. But let's go ahead. Let's get into it. So, we got his normal attack, obviously, which is the combination of 4 attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4. When the normal attacks hit an enemy, the fourth one, Itto gains 2 stacks of superlative super strength up to stacks, or ups 2 stacks of 5. So yeah, to get 5, you know, you gotta do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 12 attacks. Plunge attack is pretty normal, and then of course we get to the charge attack, and instead of using stamina, it consumes a stack of superlative super strength. When the final stack is consumed, Itto unleashes a potent attack. Where there are no stacks of superlative super strength available, Itto performs a single Saichimoji slash. Okay, but basically when you do your charge attack, you can consume that superlative super strength, and then boom, you're doing more damage. So that's pretty cool in general. I could definitely see putting some of your talent books into like your normal attacks, but we'll continue on and see how this goes. This is our skill, which is the Masatsu Satsugi. So basically you get this bull named Ushi, and Ushi deals geo damage to all opponents, and also I believe it aggroes him from what I'm understanding. But when Ushi hits an opponent, you get 1 stack of superlative super strength. So the whole premise of Itto is getting that superlative super strength and using it consistently with your charge attacks. So you could do 1, 2, 3, 4 when you have Ushi out, and in that span of doing 4 attacks, you've already gained 1 stack, so you gain another 2, which gives you 3 superlative super strength. And by that time, you could honestly do your charge attack. You probably get another thing from Ushi. Do another charge attack. Do another. You basically do 2 more charged attacks with your superlative super strength. You still end up with Ushi hitting with 1 superlative super strength, and then you could just build it up again. Like, I honestly think there's a lot of combinations with this that you could do. I'm very excited for Itto when it comes to that, because the superlative super strength, I want to know how hard it hits. So bear in mind, I already have stuff working for Itto. I already have his farming materials. I'm getting it done. So he'll be one of the first ones done. And I have a couple team ideas that I want to do. I'll go into that a little bit more as we go. Ushi stays on the field and provides support, taunting surrounding enemies. So yes, it does pull aggro, dealing pyro damage. That might be a mistypo. I'm guessing it's supposed to be Geo. Uchi inherits HP based on Itto's max HP and gains 1 stack of superlative super strength every 2 seconds. So again, usually a 3 to 4 hit combo is about 1.5, maybe 2 seconds. So literally you could do 1, 2, 3, 4. By the 4th time, again, like I said, you get those 3 superlative super strength stacks. So Ushi conditions. Ushi will flee when his HP reaches 0 or duration ends. Ushi grants 1 stack of superlative super strength when he leaves. So again, you could do 1, 2, 3, 4. Ushi hits an attack, and then a second later you gain another one. I love the whole mechanic of the superlative super strength stuff. So we'll see how that continues to go. Now, we're going to go ahead and get into the burst. So this is similar to Raiden Shogun's, where when Raiden does the whole booba sword thing, you know, it's because she's turning her polearm into a sword. With this, Itto is turning his 2-handed sword into a giant club. Basically, think of like Debate Club 3.5000, you know, that type of stuff. He basically awakens the Raging Oni King, infusing his attacks with geo damage and wielding his special weapon, the Oni's King Kanabu. Yeah, that's how it's pronounced. If I was wrong, let me know. It does have a cooldown of 20 seconds, so you can't constantly burst it. So it might take a little bit, but hey, 20 seconds isn't too bad. During Raging Oni King, normal charge and plunging attacks will deal geo damage that can't be overridden. His attack will increase based on his defense, and the attack speed will be increased. That is phenomenal. I think the attack speed thing is going to be really, really dope. And the fact that we're building off of defense is fantastic. So that means all those defense artifacts that you guys have been getting are useful in some way as either off pieces, or if you've been getting defensive pieces of the new set, you have nothing to worry about. You know, you're pretty golden right now. The first 3 combos of normal attacks will grant 1 stack of superlative super strength when they hit opponents. Itto gains 20% elemental resistance and physical resistance. So he's gaining resistance as well on top of gaining that attack from his defense. That's freaking nuts to me. The Raging Oni King state is interrupted when Itto leaves the field. Now, again, as I was saying before, Itto is going to be a very defensive base, and this is why I also said that I think this is going to be a new meta for, Genshin Impact in general. And the reason why I say this will also pertain to Goro. Goro has the abilities that really pertain to how many Geo characters you have on a team. So we might start seeing the single elemental teams. Now, is that good if a 4-person Pyro team faces a Pyro Slime? No, absolutely not. But Geo in general, all Geo is like physical. Yes, you have the Geo elements as well, which won't do any damage to those Geo slimes, but all you need is a 2-handed sword, which Itto has. It's really, like, to me, I think this is the perfect way to start this type of strategy. I truly think so. Now, I'm going to also go ahead and talk about a few teams that I could see. Shout out to the wonderful people who made this helper team guide that I always use. I'm always referencing this guide. Shout out to them, Genshin helper team. You guys are phenomenal. Now, let's go ahead and go to the Geo section. We have so many wonderful characters that can go with Itto. We have Ningguang, obviously. Noelle is highly underrated. I think Noelle is going to be the best benefit when it comes to these Geo teams. And reason why I say that is because of the fact that she can tank, she can shield, she can heal. Like, she's the perfect blend of all the characteristics, in my personal opinion. We don't talk about Geo travel. But Zhongli, too, is going to be a beast when it comes to this stuff as well, especially with the Geo damage buff. With Itto and all that stuff. Like, he could shield, and it's going to help Itto with taking those hits. The resistance is going to be killer for him, so I can't wait for that. And then, of course, the one that I think benefited from this new update the most, especially with what we have, is Albedo, because he got the Cinnabar Spindle, which increases defense. He's going to be great for those Geo teams in general, but now he's got the attack buffs to deal with all that stuff. I think he's going to be wonderful. Now, let's go ahead and go into the artifact section, because this is the artifact I want to talk about the most, the Husk of Opulent Dreams. This is going to be the big boy thing that we're going to see with Arataki Itto. Defense plus 30%, which is pretty standard, and then a character equipped with the artifact set will attain the Curiosity effect in the following conditions. When on the field, the character gains 1 stack after hitting an opponent with a Geo attack, triggering a maximum of once every 3 seconds. When off the field, the character gains 1 stack every 3 seconds. Curiosity can stack up to 4 times, each providing 6% defense and 6% Geo damage bonus. When 6 seconds pass without gaining a Curiosity stack, 1 stack is lost. I think that Itto can benefit from a 4-piece from this, only because of the fact that, again, it has to do with Geo, it has to do with defense, and it's practically made for him. However, to those people who are wondering, but Tystra, what if I don't want to run a 4-piece of this? I'm already going to be running a 4-piece of this on, Albedo, or I'll be running a 4-piece on, Goro. Granted, I'm not going to say not to run a 4-piece of this on my board Arataki Itto. I think that's going to be the best set. You could, however, run a 2-piece with the Husk of Opulent Dreams and a 2-piece of an 18+ attack. So you have Shinanawas, obviously. We already knew that was an 18-piece. You got Gladiators, which is another 15% damage bonus. I think that's it. That's really the only 2 that work those 18 or 15% damage bonuses. Or you could even do Archaic Petra as well with a Geo damage bonus instead. Now, would I say do a Geo damage bonus over a 18% boost in Gladiators or Shinanawas? Probably not. I'd probably go with the attack percentage personally myself, but at the same time, you could do that Geo damage bonus if that's what you want to aim for. Now, I think it's going to go as such, really, because, like, we could use, honestly, Albedo as, in this instance, as a possible, outline of what Itto's going to do. We could see that in our Sands, you're going to want to run defense percentage. In the Goblet, you're going to want to run a Geo damage, and in the Circlet, you can do crit rate, crit damage, or defensive percentage. My pick, in all honesty, would probably be defense percentage Sans, Geo damage in Goblet, and then crit rate for Circlet, because I feel that crit rate is a lot harder to get. Not only that, but for the substats, obviously this opens up the land of possibilities. Like, we see that Albedo's, you could do anything and he would benefit from it. With Itto, I don't think it's going to be this much. I honestly wouldn't worry about flats except for flat defense. So I would say crit, flat defense, and percent defense. I think that those would be the perfect 4 for him. But that's also because I'm going to be running a 4-piece on him. I think that the 4-piece is the best opportunity for him. Now, we definitely have the Claymore section, and I don't really know what he would benefit the most from, in all honesty. Like, we definitely want to run something with maybe defense percentage, so you could run the white blind. That's something. And on hit, normal and charge attacks increase attack and defense by 6, 7.5, 9, 10, 0.5, and 12 for 6 seconds. That actually could work. You could gain multiple stacks, like 4 stacks of that, and it keeps on increasing. So I think that might be a possibility. The white blind might be his best in-slot weapon for that stuff, depending on if the new Claymore beats it. Honestly, if the new Claymore doesn't work out for Itto, which it should, because that's going to be his weapon that releases alongside him, I think the white blind might actually have a showing. I think the white blind would be good. Let's see, just going through this as well, we could maybe do Serpent Spine as well, with more damage and take more. You take more damage, but I don't think that that's a good idea, to be quite honest. Honestly, that, like, you could do Luxurious Sea Lord, but I don't think Elemental Burst is going to work too much with them. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments below. But I think the best bet here is the White Blind would be really, really good. Obviously, Wolf's Gravestone is going to be... It's Wolf's Gravestone. It's always going to be good. It's always going to be good on all those people, or on any Claymore user. So I would definitely say my top 3 picks, personally for me, is the new 2-handed Claymore that comes out, the White Blind, and the Wolf's Gravestone. Like, Wolf Gravestone, you can't... It's all reliable in that sense. So that's what I think is going to happen with Arataki Itto. Now, what good units outside of, like, Geo could he work with? Honestly, I don't think there's any that he couldn't work with, personally. Like, you could run him with, you know, a Sucrose combo, obviously. We already know that Sucrose is fantastic. You got Venti. You're already going to be using Itto, most likely, for DPS, so I really don't think that you need Zhao. You could run Kazuha with him, obviously, for Cryo. You could do Diona, which I highly don't recommend because, you know, Diona sucks. Ganyu is Bay, so you could run Ganyu on that. Actually, a really good combo for him would be Xingqiu. And the reason why I say that is because of Xingqiu's burst ability to be able to fling swords on normal attacks. And honestly, that's what you're going to be doing with the Geodaddy himself, Itto. So I don't think that there's any other reason not to be using Xingqiu in that team. Fischl could be a good blend with Itto on top of that. Kujosara as well. Fantastic. Obviously, they're rivals. I think they might be a little bit more, but I'm not going to get into that. Raiden Shogun's ability would be able to work really, really well with Itto as well. For Pyro, obviously, I think Pyro is the most synergy based. Like, you could run Zhangling, you could run Bennett. You know, there's so many different possibilities. Toma for extra shielding. You could do, like, Hu Tao works with anything. You don't want multiple DPS, in my opinion. You usually want to run DPS, sub DPS, healer, shielder, and all that stuff. But I digress. I think that mainly what you're looking for is part of the new meta, and I think you may want to run him with Goro, because Goro benefits from a 4-Geo team, so you could run that. Or, honestly, you could run the old reliable 4-stars combo with Arataki Itto being your main DPS, Sucrose, Xingqiu, and Zhangling to get as much damage as humanly possible with your DPS. But I digress. I think that Itto is going to be a lot of fun. He's going to be super awesome. I can't wait for him, and I can't wait to test him out for you guys. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about Itto. Do you think he's going to be game-breaking? Do you think that the meta is going to change because of him? Or do you think that, you know, it's whatever. It's just an Oni dude. Let me know in the comments. As always, guys, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to entertain you. We will be back with another video later this week with talking about Goro. And I can't wait for Goro either because the little doggo with the little Geobo. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to entertain you. We'll see you in the next one. Take care and be safe, y'all.